What is going on? James from Act Audio. It's a question I saw on Google when I was looking up something on motorcycles. And it kind of blew my mind, but if it popped up on Google, that means people are asking it. So fuck it, let's make a video. The question was, what kind of speakers go on my motorcycle and where? So the question really varies, or the answer really varies depending on the motorcycle. I have 3 bikes here. I can give you some quick examples. The most common, I'm gonna flip this around and show you the most common answers. So first off, the most common one is, this is on touring bikes. You have your front speakers and some form of rear speakers. So if they're your factory Rockfords, factory Harleys, whatever it is, they're generally 5x7. We like to open that up to a 6x9 because more displacement, more speakers. And again, they go up in the tour pack. So these ones here did not come with it. I cut them in. If you have a tour pack, you can have speakers right here. They're usually 6.5s or 5.25s on older ones. But then you can get creative. So here's another bike. We have speakers in the lowers. We have speakers in the fairing. We took out the ambient temperature and the voltage because, let's be honest, who really needs to know what the ambient temperature is? Maybe motor temp, I get that, but ambient temp, air temperature, come on. Harley, why'd you even put that on the bikes? So we took those out. We put this Hertz tweeter in to the factory location. Now this is a 99, so isn't this one? And actually, funny story is, this one is as well and is getting converted to the same as these bikes with the bigger radio and inner fairing. On this one, going back to the speakers, we have 2 uppers, 2 lowers, 2 tweeters. Now you could just do the 2 uppers. You could do 2 uppers, 2 lowers, right? His bike, he's got 2 uppers, 2 tweeters, no lowers. But he's got 6x9s in the rear, or 5x7s, my bad. Here we have bullet horns in the rear. We could do 6.5s, 6x9s, whatever it may be. The reason we did that is because the next option would be in the bag where you have a 10. You could put an 8, it takes up much less space and it goes in the back. They're much, like almost half the size, even though it's only 2 inches. Much smaller, you get an 8 with a Neo. You can put a sub in there, whatever it may be. So as you see, there's many options on bikes. We just did one that had 4 6.5s in the lid. We did one a few years ago that had 4 6x9s in the lid. We've actually done a couple of those now. We did a a Road King, where he had the lowers and 4 6x9s in his rear lids. And we installed an amp with a Bluetooth module and then just ran the speaker lines out to the fronts and the back. Let's say you have a bike that doesn't have bags or lowers. You can do something like this. Like this, and they're handlebar mount speakers, and they generally have a little amp like this. This is a used set, and you can either, on this amp, you have 2 ways to control it. You can either do an auxiliary input, which is pretty obsolete these days, or you can do a Bluetooth input. You can add a Bluetooth controller. I have one of those in the stock room. So it's basically a little module. You wire up power, ground, ignition. It has RCA outs that plug into the amp. You pair your phone to it, and your phone is now the radio. Mount it up on the handlebars, let it play wherever. So I got 2 here. I got DS18 one. Only thing I'd probably use from DS18. I want to say no offense to them, but it is. And so you can see power, ground, ignition, RCA out into the amp. You pair this to your phone, and phone sends the sound to this sends the sound to the radio or amplifier, and now you have a system on your bike. So smaller systems with the handlebars, there's really 2 good options. You have your basic options, and then Kicker has a more advanced option. I'm sure there's others out there. I don't explore that a lot. There's so many companies, so many options, it's crazy. It's not the best of systems, especially if you're wearing a full face. It's not high power, especially going down the highway at 80 miles an hour. You're not gonna get what you get out of a bagger, of course, but it does give you some tunes that you can listen to and cruising around town and have a good time. So that's where speakers go on bikes, pretty ABC. On top of that, there's tons of speaker types. We got a video that is different types of speakers you can put on a bike. The difference between motorcycle speakers and car speakers. Once you get into the speakers on the bagger, there's now different types of speakers you can do, right? So you can do a combination of full range coaxials, you can do subs, You can do mid-range, horns, pro audio, whatever it is. So there's a lot of options once you get into what you want to put on there, but that's pretty much it. Any questions? Hit me up below. I hope you guys got a lot out of this. I know maybe it's a basic one, but also maybe some people don't know the options and they don't know that they can do certain things. So I hope that helped shed some light on some things. If you have any questions, please ask. Support my channel. Click like, subscribe. It's the best way you can support a small business without actually purchasing from them. Help the YouTube channel. It also helps your other fellow riders. And on top of that, ride safe and enjoy it. Take care.